Howdy, folks, and welcome to another episode of Tech with Travis. I'm your host, Travis, and riding shotgun with me today is none other than Carter, the AI cowboy who's been wrangling data and insights faster than a tumbleweed in a Texas windstorm. How are you doing, Carter?
Yeehaw, partner. I'm fixing to lasso some mighty fine tech talk today. Ready to ride into the productivity frontier, where AI's been stirring up a storm in the last 6 months.
All right, let's saddle up and set the stage. Over the past 6 months, AI's been kicking productivity into high gear. Now, Carter, lay it on me. What's this productivity boom all about?
Well, Travis, it's like watching a stampede of innovation. We've seen an influx of AI tools, from natural language processors and smart automation to data crunching engines, that are transforming how work gets done. Tasks that used to take hours are now being handled in minutes. It ain't just about speed. It's about giving folks the freedom to be more creative and strategic.
That's right. AI is not just about automating the mundane, it's about beefing up our ability to innovate. Whether it's drafting a report or creating dynamic presentations, these tools are like having a trusty sidekick that never sleeps, helping us blaze new trails in our work.
Absolutely, Travis. And what's even more exciting is how these tools are getting more accessible to everyone, from big enterprises to small startups. It's democratizing the tech frontier, allowing folks from all walks of life to harness AI and boost their productivity.
The rise of AI in the workplace isn't just changing how we work, it's fundamentally reshaping human potential. In just the last 6 months, we've seen a 40% productivity boost across industries that have embraced these tools, and that's just the beginning.
That's fascinating about the productivity numbers. What really strikes me is how this isn't just another tech trend. We're seeing a complete transformation in how humans and machines collaborate.
You know what's really interesting? I was talking to someone at a major marketing agency yesterday who told me their content output increased by nearly half after implementing AI tools. But here's the surprising part. The quality of their work actually improved because their creative team could focus on strategy instead of grunt work.
That makes me think about how these tools are leveling the playing field. Even small businesses can now access the kind of productivity tools that were once only available to tech giants.
Exactly right. And speaking of accessibility, look at what's happening with Microsoft Office. They've integrated AI features so seamlessly that teams are completing week-long projects in just days. The real game changer is how it's enhancing human creativity rather than replacing it.
Well, that's exactly what I've been seeing in my research. The tools are acting more like collaborative partners than replacements. But what about the challenges? How are organizations handling the transition?
So that's where things get really interesting. We're seeing 3 major hurdles: the learning curve, data privacy concerns, and this is crucial, the cultural shift required in organizations. Just last week, a Fortune 500 company had to completely revamp their AI implementation because they didn't properly prepare their team.
You know what's interesting about that? The companies that approach AI as a collaborative tool rather than a replacement technology are seeing much better results.
And here's something that might surprise you. In customer service, AI chatbots handling routine queries has actually made human representatives more valuable, not less. They're now focusing on complex situations that require emotional intelligence and nuanced understanding.
That reminds me of what's happening in software development with GitHub Copilot. Developers are spending less time on basic coding and more time solving complex problems.
Speaking of the future, we're seeing entirely new career paths emerge. AI trainers, ethics specialists, data interpreters, roles that didn't exist even a year ago, and Get this. According to recent industry reports, 65% of today's students will work in jobs that haven't been created yet.
That's such a crucial point about the evolving job market. I've been seeing companies create hybrid positions that blend traditional skills with AI expertise.
You know what I find most fascinating? The skills that are becoming most valuable are those that complement AI rather than compete with it. Critical thinking, creative problem solving, emotional intelligence. These uniquely human capabilities are more important than ever.
That makes me wonder, how should professionals approach their own development to stay relevant in this landscape?
Well, I've been advising people to take a three-pronged approach. Understand AI basics, develop those uniquely human skills we mentioned, and maintain an experimental mindset. The key is to view AI as an enhancer of human capability rather than a replacement.
That's such a practical way to look at it. I've noticed that professionals who maintain that learning mindset tend to adapt much more successfully.
And here's what really excites me about all this. We're just at the beginning. The productivity gains we're seeing now might be just a fraction of what's possible. Some experts are predicting a 150% increase in workplace efficiency over the next 5 years.
Well, that's incredible to think about, especially considering how far we've come in just the past 6 months.
Looking ahead, I think we're going to see even more interesting developments in how artificial intelligence and human creativity complement each other. It's not just about doing things faster, it's about doing things we never thought possible before.
You know what's particularly encouraging? The way it's enabling people to focus on the most meaningful aspects of their work while automating the tedious tasks.
That might be the most profound impact of all, like not just the productivity gains, but the way it's allowing us to be more human in our work, more creative, more strategic, and more focused on what truly matters. The numbers are impressive, but the human story behind them is what's truly revolutionary.
Looking forward to seeing how all of this continues to evolve. Something tells me we'll have plenty more to discuss as these changes unfold.
As we ride into the sunset on today's discussion, let's wrangle up our final thoughts. Carter, what's the one message y'all should take away about the current AI productivity surge and its future impact?
The bottom line, partner, is that we're in the midst of a true tech renaissance. AI's been kicking productivity into high gear, and it's only going to get better. Embrace the change, invest in learning, and remember that AI is here to bolster your strengths, not replace them. Together, we're riding toward a future where technology and human ingenuity work side by side.
That's a powerful message. Folks, remember, this isn't about machines taking over. It's about augmenting our abilities and driving innovation to new heights. Thank you, Carter, for your insights and that spirited cowboy charm.
Anytime, Travis. It's been a rootin' tootin' good time sharing the trail with y'all.
And thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this tech journey. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and stay tuned for more episodes of Tech with Travis. Until next time, keep your spurs sharp and your tech sharper. This is Travis, signing off. Keep riding the frontier of innovation.